Cincinnati's most renowned chef-restaurateur has transformed the local dining scene by training dozens of protégés over 25 years. On the Business Courier front page centerpiece, Jean Robert's wide reach. Jean-Robert de Cavel says he never intended to settle in Cincinnati. What brought him here was a weekend audition for a job he wasn't sure he wanted at the prestigious Maisonette. 25 years later, de Cavel not only transformed the kitchen at the now-closed Maisonette, but he has influenced dozens of chefs, cooks, and bartenders who have worked under him to reinvent Cincinnati's dining scene. They include well-known names like Daniel Wright, David Falk, and Molly Wellman. Cincinnati's legendary chef has been battling an aggressive soft tissue cancer since May, but he still works in the kitchen every day, mentoring the next generation of Cincinnati's culinary elite. He spoke to Business Courier reporter Andy Brownfield for this story, and we are delighted that both Andy and Jean Robert are with us this morning in the studio. Gentlemen.
Thanks, Peg. Chef,
thank you, Andy.
Thanks for being here. Yeah, and I know Cincinnati probably wasn't on your radar when you first came to the States. You had lived every young man's best dream of touring Europe, and then you worked at one of the most prestigious restaurants, headed the kitchen, one of the most prestigious restaurants in New York. So what kept you here? Why did you fall in love with the city?
So, you know, I left the Plaza Attorney after being the chef for 7 years. It was one of the top hotels in New York still, you know, Upper East Side of New York. And then I got contact through Daniel Boulder by the Maisonette, and they were looking for a young European chef, you know, to take over the chef who was retiring. And I kind of applied for the job. I know the reputation of the Maisonette, but of course I didn't have no idea where Cincinnati was on a map. So I came to interview and do the, you know, you know, when as a chef you come and you create few dishes and then you know, talk to the owners, and so I kind of applied for the job, not really wanted the job. I mean, it was not against having the, you know, it was kind of a one of these things when I came and did what I need to do. So.
And you've worked with more than 50 chefs, bartenders, and cooks who have gone on to open up their own places. How does it feel to see people who you have worked with in the kitchen open up some of the biggest restaurants in the city now?
You know, it's kind of I think I was part of a very interesting decade, you know, and I think, I mean, so I came in, you know, I came in '93, and I think I came with this, I mean, I'm not saying new style of cooking. I mean, I always believe, you know, you go to some different style, you know, different era. And I think I came and I was part of this, you know, like the new, you know, the Cincinnati become more important years after years for this past decade. And I think be able to see so many of these young people working with me came and work under me because they, you know, they want to work at the Maisonette, they want to see what I was doing, they want to be part of the team. And same thing when I opened Pegal's and the Bistro and so many few restaurants. And when I decided to stay in Cincinnati, I really felt like I want to make a difference. I want to do something that, you know, I was envy of some of the chefs in New York who have few restaurants, did different type of things, and they were part of the community. And I think that's the most beautiful thing about Cincinnati. It's about being part of the community, and I think when you're part of the community, you know, you feel extremely welcome, and you feel extremely, you know, you feel extremely loved. And I think that's one of the reasons probably 25 years went by without even me looking at it. I never calculate, I never think I would be here for 25 years. And then see all of these younger chefs and cooks I know very well because we work together next to another, and, you know, on a very busy night and crazy night, because that's what the restaurant is. You know, I always feel like as a chef, you almost like, you know, you become almost like a coach of a basketball college team. You know, like, you know, you put the team together, you want them to be successful. You know, when you look at the game, you look at your team, you see that coach is yelling at them, telling them they need to do their job. It's a busy Saturday night because our goal is to make people happy. I mean, that's to make people pleased, you know, and we want our customer to come back. And then after that, you know, when they do very well and if they want, you know, championship, then you know you're going to lose them. And of course, right now, some of them are competing directly with me. But it's a fun competition because I think in the end, we're all there to make the city better. And I think that's one thing Cincinnati have changed for this past decade. When I don't know if you know, the variety of food is so much more available in Cincinnati than nobody would have think about it 20 years ago. I mean, you always eat well in Cincinnati. Cincinnati had the 3 5-star restaurants. Cincinnati had this reputation of good fine dining restaurant and good dining. I mean, when I came, I mean, there was some good restaurant in town. But you didn't have that different type of restaurant than you have today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here today, and thank you for your continued amazing impact on the Cincinnati dining scene.
Thank you
Back to
very
you.
much.